Never let it be said that being an airline in-flight entertainment manager is an easy job. Getting the right content on at the right time, keeping both your passengers and your management happy at the same time, can be quite challenging. Add in a religious dimension and now you've really got your work cut out. Which is why I'm intrigued to meet our guest on the PME interview today, Tal Kalderon, IFE manager for Israel Airlines. Well, Tal, welcome to the PME interview. Thank you for sparing your time. Let's talk about you first. Where did you come from? How did you come to be in your present position?
I came from the TV industry in Israel. I'm still a TV director and a producer. And before something like 5 years, when El Al decided to upgrade the system and the content on the IFE system, they invited me to come and to take the project, and that's what I'm doing.
So what was it about the position at El Al that made you make a switch?
It was very challenging, I think. It's something that I wasn't familiar with. Although I came from the content side and from the production side, I found that I need to learn about how an airline is working and how the flight is working and how everything is worked together. And it looks so complicated for me, but it was very challenging from the other side. And as you see, after almost 5 years, I'm still there, so probably I managed to learn how does it work.
So do you feel on top of it now?
I think that I'm in a much better place than I was before 4 or 5 years. I think that El Al is in a very good place in IFE systems and in content management. Because when I came to El Al, all the aircraft were with the analog systems, videotapes, and today all the aircraft are with digital systems, main screens, PTV, VOD, handheld devices. It's a big step, I think. We have done a lot in those years.
And were you responsible for that changeover?
Yeah, I'm a one-man show in El Al.
With your screwdriver. Presumably VOD has made your life a lot easier.
Of course. On the VOD, of course, that the options are much more flexible, and we are trying to fill all the channels with really a big variety of programs from Israel in most of the genres. And unfortunately, we don't have in all of our aircraft. We have the handheld devices, which is kind of VOD, and we are very, very happy with it, and our passengers really like it.
Where would you like to see the next stage of development of IFE systems?
I think that the next development is the internet, of course, internet on board.
So how soon do you think you'll be able to offer your passengers internet connection again?
Look, our main problem is that most of our flights are across the ocean, and it's more difficult to provide an internet connection across the ocean than when you are across America or across Europe. I believe that in the minute that we will have the full solution, the whole solution for the internet for all of our flights, I believe that it will be on board. If I'm an optimistic, I think it will happen in something like a year.
Yeah. So what do you see as the solution?
I must tell you that I'm not involved in the technical side. So I cannot tell you what is the solution that I can see it now. But as far as I know, and as far as I heard from our engineering department, I know that there is a system that's provided by Panasonic, and they are working on a system that I believe will provide us a solution to provide an internet across the ocean and in all of our flights.
If you were on a flight and El Al were able to offer you a mobile phone service, cellular phones, would you make a call?
I must tell you, I like my mobile phone when he's on silence. You know, I don't think that it will be a big damage if it will be a little bit quiet and silence, and you can fly without any beeps and without any shouts and without any calls. We know that it won't be like that. If there will be a cellular, I'm sure that we will find a way that if you will need to talk, you will do it in silence and maybe in somewhere in the aircraft, not next to your passenger, if he sleep. Those are the issues that we are trying to think what will happen if. But I'm sure that we cannot stop the process.
What about using your cellular for sending text messages?
Of course, it is much more comfortable and much more reasonable because it does not disturb anyone except the beeps, if there is a beep.
Yeah.
But it's a better solution, but I don't think that the passenger will be satisfied if it will be just a part of solution. If you have cellular, have it as a full solution, not as a part just for messages, SMS or something like that. The big part of the user, the cellular user, are using the cellular also for browsing the internet or do many things except talking. So I believe that they will need the connection to the cellular. I hope that the solution will be just using it as an internet browser or SMS and less for talking.
Right. Tell me about your daily news activities. You're one of the few airlines I know that put news on a daily basis.
Correct.
Is that strategically quite challenging?
Israel is a very active country. There are many news in Israel, and the Israeli citizens are really connected to the news. We decided to start with the daily news. We knew that it will be a big challenge for us, but when we started to use the TX service, the digital service on board, I knew that it's a must to use it for daily files and daily news. And we collaborate with the main and the leading Israeli company, news company, Channel 2 in Israel. They provide us a file to an FTP. And our staff are taking the file and put it on the TX server on every aircraft, one by one. And it worked. So when we saw that the system is working and it's worked properly, we decided to try and use more daily files like daily sport news or daily English news. We even have a special edition of the Big Brother daily. Daily? Daily, yes. And it was a big success because the Israelis really liked it. So we are really satisfied from the system and it worked properly.
So how many daily shows do you have on now?
Usually we have something like 5 or 6 daily shows. But it depends because the Russian daily news, for example, is just on the Russian routes. Okay, so, but all the rest are in all of our flights. So it's something around 5 daily shows.
I believe you're unique in the sense that you're the only airline that has your own rabbi.
Correct. Yes, we have our own rabbi because we have a really big part of passengers that are religious passengers, and they have their own needs, the special food, the special entertainment. They have even in part of our aircraft they have a special a TV channel just for them, which is a very popular channel. According to the VOD statistic that we are getting, it's the 4th place in all of our video channels. It means that it is really popular and many of our passengers and many of the non-religious passengers are watching it. I have a very good relationship with the rabbi, although he knows that I'm dealing with a staff that he not really like, but we have a very good relationship.
Does he ever reject any of your ideas?
Oh, there was one story that he didn't even manage to compromise on anything, and it's regarding our new safety video. We've just finished to produce a new safety video, an animation safety video, very nice one. And after we finished to produce it, and we went to show it to our CEO, that was very satisfied from the movie because it's really a nice one. After we finished to show it, the rabbi that sat next to him told him, look, our passengers cannot watch women with very short sleeves or with an open button in their shirt. So I really request you to fix it. And it was after we finished the movie, you know, it was totally done. But we didn't have any other choice to go back to the animation studio, to put them long sleeves, to close the button here, and to go back, because this is the only movie that you cannot tell the passengers, don't watch it. They must watch it. It's our rules.
Tal, you made the switch from being a TV producer to being the content manager for El Al 5 years ago. Do you ever regret that decision, or you?
No, I don't regret, because I really like what I'm doing. I think that, and I really enjoy it. I think that the content world is really a challenging world, and to manage content for really wide range of types of passengers, it's not like to be even a content manager in a TV channel, because there you know how are your viewers, you know that you have adults or kids in ages like that, and all of them are speaking Hebrew or all of them are speaking English. Here you have such a big range of passengers that you're trying to satisfy all of them. For me, it's a big challenge. This is one side of it. The other side is the technical challenge, the technology. And I see it as a big challenge, and I like what I'm doing, so I'm not regret.
Tal, it's been a pleasure talking to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Up next on the PME Interview, Steve Harvey will talk to another interesting and informative guest. That's the PME Interview. Don't miss it.